The Gatorade Cup Series is back in action with its third chase race of the season. We head to Newton, Iowa in the Iowa Speedway for the running of the Dr. Pepper 400. There's going to be a crazy chase race today, some short track racing once again. And on the front row, two chasers. Riley Sampson starts on pole, 2 out 10 second, Danny Lloyd in the 19. Then third, Tyler Fink. Fourth is Trey Rainey, and Oliver Galway rounds out the top 5 in the 6. 2 out 10 sixth is the 78 Jay Jefferson. 7th place, we have points leader Carter Friesen. He has so far maxed his points out through the first 2 chase races of the season. Roman Fenway, 2 out 10 8th. 9th place is chaser Anton Charlebois, and William Boone rounds out the top 10. For the rest of the field, there's Jeff Wright, 2 inside, and Mathis Wells. And then behind them, Max Anderson and Steven Taylor, along with Matt Gondon and Eli Bright. Then there's Derek Bouchard, 2 inside, chaser, and second in points, Levi Shones. Then we have Anthony Nez at chaser with TJ Hanley the 23. Then last race we have Jonathan Buford, Joe Jefferson, 2's outside. Then we have Luke Rainey and chaser Wyatt Walker. Behind them is Trey Wright and Mitchell Collins. Then there's Alex Fletcher and chaser Jake Galloway. Behind them Vince Vinta and Co Luigi, along with Ann McDowell and Sebastian Kukulan. Then Al Agassi and chaser Carter Joey. Then we have Jonathan Rains at chaser and Marsha Burrow in the 37. And there's Colton Yo and Samet Osman at chaser. Behind them, Griffin Lynn looking for the season sweep here in Iowa. Outside of him, Alexander on the 00. And the final row has Derek Hill on the 32, one of our chasers, last of our chasers, who's outside 42nd is number 24 of Nathan Orman. There's our 42-car field for the Dr. Pepper 400 chase race number 3 in Iowa. Let's go on track time. Fire things up for chase race number 3 of the Gatorade Cup Series season.
Drivers, start your engines!
Fired up.
And the 42-car field fires their engines up as we get ready for battle in Iowa. In Newton, Iowa Speedway. And 2 chasers will lead the field to the green flag here today to start chase race number 3. It's Riley Sampson and Danny Lloyd on the front row. Lloyd has had a pretty bad start to the chase. Riley Sampson is up there in points, so it'll be interesting to see if the 15 can keep it there. Can Carter Friesen continue his perfect streak and finish with 12 points today, starts 7th. He has a good shot at being the highest chaser. 60 laps in Iowa. Chase race number 3 is underway here in Iowa. Tyler Fink leads lap 1, but Oliver Galway the 6, 3 wide to the inside. For the top spot, they slip the racetrack. The 6, though, has the preferred inside lane, will take it off turn 2. Oliver Galway to lead down the backstretch. Chaser 3 wide behind, and here comes Carter Friesen for the lead. Oh, Anton Charlebois, Danny Lloyd, Riley Sampson, 3 chasers, rubbing off turn 4. 15 backs out to the wall for him. Sampson will drop back. Friesen for the lead, though, on the 43. He comes in with a 4-point gap over Levi Shones. In good position in the chase. Friesen is clear out in front in Iowa. Anton Charlebois chaser trying to keep touch with that 43 to make sure that Friesen can't just control the rest of this race. Oliver Galway with the racetrack. The 6, Tyler Fink into the side of him. Making some contact there. Danny Lloyd back to the inside of the 19. Right now, chasers inside the top 3 positions. Carter Friesen, Anton Charlebois, Danny Lloyd. As 96 looks for lead off turn 2. It got tight though. Arrow tight behind the 43. Pushed up the racetrack. Wood has the inside of the 19. Danny Lloyd, 19, slides up almost to the side of the 96, giving it to Charlebois, second back down the front stretch. But now Lloyd keeping it there, fighting tough inside lane. Danny Lloyd, inside, Friesen swings wide again. Lloyd trying to get there this time off turn 2 and down the backstretch. They race side by side for a second, but the leader, Carter Friesen, still out in front of the field. Here comes Lloyd. He got a good run. Friesen up the hill in the 43. Here comes Joe Gibbs racing Lloyd and Wells. They look 3 wide for the top spot. Off to turn 1. Wells is down there, 3 wide. Lloyd chases the 43 at the racetrack. Contact there between those 2. They're in the wall. Around goes the 19 and the 43. Our points are involved. Spinning up the racetrack goes Carter Friesen. In the middle of the field, Wyatt Walker is there to the 10 car. But our first yellow of the race and 2 or 3 chasers do get collected. Oskin goes around the 47 at the end of it. Anton Charlebois as well. Caution in the air for the first time, and a few chasers get damaged. Lloyd, one of them. Friesen, the big name. Anton Charlebois and Wyatt Walker, and all 4 chasers do get contact in this. And now some pit cycles. Mathis Wells will yield to come down pit road from the lead here on lap 7. Levi Schultz as well will pit, but not everyone's going to pit. Hanley wants to stay out. The 23er is trying to get into his position. Riley Sampson will pit the 15, but not many are coming down pit road. I mean, it is a bare minimum of cars that are hitting the pits. So not too many come down. Max Harrison, the 12, will be our race leader now as Wells hits his pit stall. Will just be fuel only. No, he's going to take tires. So a very interesting call by some of those drivers. I would have kept the track position personally. Be interesting to see how this works out, though, for Wells and the others that came down. 2 tires stop for the 18. He's gotten away. Where does he cycle out? So Wells coming off pit road. Right there he leaves. He'll be right around the 31 car. Looks like he didn't have to stop. That's the only thing saving Wells is that he came out middle of the field. He didn't have to stop at the stop sign. Same with Jones, but they have lost some track position due to that. Our first yellow flag of the race comes out and points at her Carter Friesen. One of them involved in a big way. How will this impact the chase field? It was a 3-way battle for the lead. Denny Lloyd, middle lane, Mathis Wells in the 18 down low make a 3-wide move. And right there, Denny Lloyd, middle lane, he kind of slides up into the side of the 43 right there. A little higher than he should be. Friesen comes down off the hill. They meet in the middle right there. Friesen's trying to get the run down the hill. Lloyd into him. Around they go. Anton Sharpwatt nowhere to go. The 96 hits. That's 3 chasers all wad up right there. Tyler Fink gets down to the 21 from that right there after hitting the 43. Shones escapes on the high side with Riley Sampson and some other chasers. Right there, Wyatt Walker may have hit the 96 to get his damage and all that. But that's such a tough break for Friesen. Looked like he was going to have another good points day. For Anton Charlebois, Danny Lloyd. For Lloyd, it's not too bad damage, but he will have some damage. Anton Charlebois did hit pretty hard in the 96 car, though. And same with Carter Friesen, torn up everywhere on that race car. How bad? Right there, you saw the 10 hit the 96. So 4 chasers, major damage from that. And Samet Oskin spins in that as well. And impacts the outside wall a little, but not too bad for the 47. But our first yellow of the day comes out early on. Mathis Wells led them back, however, he hits the pits. Max Anderson, the 12. Stays out, will be our new race leader here in the Dr. Pepper 400 at the Iowa Speedway. Coming back to our first race of the day with 50 laps of racing to go, and the Dr. Pepper 400, Max Harrison leads in the 12 car, as Wyatt Walker will have another bad points day for him. So he'll be last, and he'll get another 1 point. He got 1 point at Michigan, 1 point here today at Iowa. 41 cars on the lead lap, one of them being Anton Charlebois damaged in the 40th position. Carter Friesen 34th with his damage. It's Max Harrison, though, leading the race in the 12 car. Behind him in second is Oliver Galloway. Then Roman Fenway in third. Mac on fourth. Denny Lloyd fifth. Then Derek Bouchard in sixth. Trey Rainey seventh. TJ Hanley eighth. Eli Bright and Jonathan Buford are the front 10. Some cars did hit the pit road, including Mathis Wells, who comes out 16th. Levi Shones, one of the chasers who hit, comes out 26th. 50 laps of racing to go in Iowa. Green flag back in the air for the whole field. Max Harrison got a good jump there, but goes up the racetrack in 1 and 2. Oliver Gow on the inside, digging hard off the corner. Trying to get to that 12 down the back stretch. Staying in line for now is Oliver Galloway. Now looking to the bottom lane. Aronson slings wide. Here comes Oliver Galloway, the 6. He'll grab the top spot away. Roman Fenway, the 13, coming. We'll look for second. Into the wall. I think that's the 18 Mathis Wells who got the wall down the front stretch. He'll drop back. Remember, he came down pit road. He's on the outside, dropping back now. So for Wells, come down pit road, get rid of all that track position, and you're losing it. And track position you did just have. Up for the lead. Roman Fenway is not letting Oliver Galloway get away without a fight. He looks to the inside. Mac on the 41 there as well. Here comes Derek Bouchard, the 20. Got a good run off turn 2, the 20 did. Jump hard. Oh, around goes Hanley. Got into Trey Ray, now the 23 sideways. He got hit hard by Joe Jefferson, who spins into the pack. Oh, he got hit by the 17 of Carter Joy, another one of our chasers. Friesen advanced to pit road. A few cars damaged in this. Our second yellow flag comes out just after the first one. Now these drivers will definitely hit the pits. The question is, the 18, the 19, the others that came down, do they stay out, get that track position back now? 18's coming down. Everyone's coming down. So the 18, the 92, and the others that pitted, that played that strategy, they've just lost it all. Unless they just take fuel only right here, they've just lost a ton of track position right there. So Fenway is in, the 13 car, along with his friends, the whole field coming down. And now do drivers like the 18 and the 92, do they take no tires and just fuel only, or do these drivers, do they all take 2 or 4? Be interesting to see that. Fenway to his stall. That's looking like fuel only for the 13. Gone and away for Roman Fenway. Fuel only stop. Matt gone with them, but it's the 13 off in front. Godden will be second. with Oliver Gowan, Derek Bouchard, Eli Bright will be the front 5 for the restart. It's Roman Fenway out in front in the 13, but the caution is out. Daytona 500 champion TJ Henley's involved. His day done early here in the Dr. Pepper 400. Battling inside the top 10, TJ Henley, Trey Rainier side by side entering turn number 3. And Hanley with a dive bomb attempt for that position right there. Slides up into the side. Trey Ray trying to keep him off him. He spins himself around. Hard impact with the wall. As he comes down off the wall, Joe Jefferson's on the outside lane. Nowhere to go. And he hits hard. 31 spins around. He'll get hit. Here's Hanley as he slides down. That's where Carter Joey got his damage to 17. Yo hits Al Lagasse. And we're lucky that some more chasers were not involved in that. Car freezer just come down the pit lane anyway in the 43 car. So that was unrelated to the accident. But hard hit for Hanley as he impacted the outside wall pretty hard. And that is our second nail of the race. We're not even a third of the way done with the Dr. Pepper 400. Look at that hit right there. And Levi Shones just missed it the night too. Some other chasers like Samet Oskin sliding through there. But Car Joey's day will be done. Joe Jefferson, TJ Hanley, all three of them will be done for the day. Roman Fenway led the field into pit road and led them off pit road. Number 13 crew did their job on pit road. Can Fenway do it on the racetrack? He'll be a race leader in the Dr. Pepper 400 once you get back going. Coming back here in lap number 18, Roman Fenway, the 13, leads the race. Carter Joey, another chaser, out. TJ Henley and Joe Jefferson as well are out. So that's two chasers in the bottom two positions. Right now, Carter Joey get 2 points, Wyatt Walker 1 point. 38 cars on the lead lap. Last one is chaser Anton Sharp on the 96. Carter Friesen in the 43. Where's he currently at? Trying to find him right here. He's 21st. So at the green flag, Fenway with a monstrous jump there over second place Matt Godden. He got away. Can he keep it though is the question. Let them go a little wide. Have to check how Carter Friesen's going midfield. That 43 car. Shown second in points is behind him. Down the straightaway, that's where 43 loses all his ground. Friesen moves high to get out of the way of Marshall Burrow. Levi Shones will also go around the 92. Derek Kellner 32 next up on that list. But he gets halted behind the 43 car. And Shones, he wants to make up this ground he lost. Remember, he's running inside the top 10, that first yellow. Now he's back outside the top 20. He has chasers in front of him. 11, Jake Galloway, a few spots in front of him. Look up here, Jonathan Raines is there. Anthony Hernandez, Danny Lloyd. Oh, up here, Oliver Galloway squeezing the wall by the 80 of Eli Bright. Now Galloway getting the wall down the front stretch, drops back there into the clutches of Derek Bouchard. That was hard-nosed racing right there. Roman Fenway leads the 13. Matt Gunn, the 41, is the one in second, trying to chase him down. As we're coming to 40 to go, we'll be 1/3 of the way done with the Dr. Pepper 400. It's Roman Fenway leading the race. Matt Gunn in second, and Trey Rainey is up to third at the yellow flag. And is once again our third of the day, and Levi Shones in the 92 is involved in this one. That's second in points coming into the race. He was battling just around the 20th position. Looks like it happened through 1 and 2. The caution flag is out once again, and this time it's second in points. Levi Shones involved. So the top 2 points having issues here today in Iowa. Let's see what the reason for the caution. Shones, the 92, damaged on the rear end. Well, this took a while to evolve. Off turn number 4, you see Shones in front of this, what's going to be 4 wide. Burrow 37 has Mitchell Collins on the side of him. Vince Vincent then down into him. Spins the 14, but not fully around. Collins stands on the gas to save the car, but never lifts. So what he does is right here, he comes through the infield, slides up the racetrack. Shones is just an instant bystander. He gets clipped right there by Mitchell Collins. Up into the wall hard for the 14. Carter Friesen gets more damage than that. Riley Sampson tries to get around the outside. Alexander the 00 gets clipped right there. He saves his car, but will have some damage. So Carter Friesen more damage on that 43 car. Levi Shones, the 92. He was just innocent bystander and all that. He just got clipped hard into the wall for the 92 car, so now he'll be slower. Carter Friesen might be out of the race now, the 43 with that damage. But the top 2 points issues. Riley Sampson came in up there in points. He's having some issues. Same with Jonathan Raines, could be in a position to take over the points at this point in the race. Roman Fenway has been dominated so far here in Iowa. These cautions just helping him dominate more. Roman Fenway leads under our third yellow of the day in the Dr. Pepper 400. Coming back to the green flag on lap number 25, Roman Fenway, the non-chaser, leads this race, as now another chaser has taken it to the garage. Carter Friesen is out. That's now 3 chasers that have been claimed victims here today. Levi Shones has damage in 35th, Anton Sharp 33rd, Riley Sampson 32nd, so many chasers towards the back of this field. Samet Oskin 24th, not many up at the front. Currently inside the top 10, no chasers. Back racing, Roman Fenway, Matt Gunn, Trey Rainey, Jeff Wright, and Eli Bright are the front 5. Derek Bouchard, Oliver Galloway, Jay Jackson, Sebastian Kukulon, and Max Ayers in the top 10. Our highest chaser currently Anthony Hernandez in the 14th position. That's a long ways to go to get the chasers. A lot of them going to be towards the back of the field making aggressive moves. Speaking of aggressive moves, Matt Gunn is there, Roman Fenway. He's looking, he's trying to get there. Looking lower to turn 1 for Matt Godden. Roman Fenway swings wide, and the 41 is the inside lane off turn 2, and they race side by side down the back for the top spot. Godden slides up, Fenway's up there, 41 up the track, Trey Rainey 51. Oh, squeeze in there! Fenway was into the wall, had to squeeze against the 41, saved their cars though. We're still going, the leaders are still clean, and now Trey Rainey for the lead off turn 2. We got a good run there. They go side by side down the back. Trey Rainey 51, trying to get in front of the 41, trying to clear, and he will. Rainey out in front. Trey Rainey his second race in 3. 1 at Richmond, 2 races to go, looking for a win in Iowa. Fenway though wants to take the lead back. He's been dominant here today. He's led the most laps so far. He wants to continue that laps led total. Get up towards the front and lead more. But Trey Rainey going to shut him off right there down the bottom lane. There's Roman Fenway the 13. He's going to get a good run right there off turn 4. Back to the inside the 51. And Eli Bright, the 88, emerges in 3rd. Won at Richmond earlier in the season for Jeff Bright. Season 6, race 2 is the last time he visited Victory Lane in the Gatorade Cup Series points paying event. He wants a win here in Iowa badly. Season 2 champion of the series. Dive to the bottom of the 41, Matt Godden. Kukulon off the track, and the 41 up against the wall. He'll drop back there. And Kukulon out of line, the 41 drop back there. Lost its momentum down the front stretch. Here comes Eli Bright for the lead, the 88 car. Getting by Roman Fenway out the corner. Side by side, Eli Bright inside, Roman Fenway outside. Eli takes the 13's line away, and Bright is out in front in the Dr. Pepper 400 at halfway. 30 laps to go. Jeff Bright, his teammate and father, trying to join him at the front. Hendrick Motorsports first and second, 88 and 9. Battle for the lead off turn 2. That's great to see family relatives battle with each other. Father and son battling on the racetrack. Once again, the Gatorade Cup Series. But Jeff now going to take the lead away from Eli. But it's a challenge for Mac on the 41 to the bottom lane. Godden inside. Trey Rainey with them in the 51. 5 cars right now at the front of the field trying to pull away. But with the way they're battling, look at Trey Rainey 3 wide. Eli and Jeff making contact. And I believe the yellow flag is out, and it's Vince Vinta. And I think Derek Hamill's involved. More chasers involved, racing back. Who will get it? Trey Rainey or Matt Godden give to the 51 at the start finish on our 4th yellow of the race. Derek Hamill, another chaser, has been bent here today. Marshall Burrell involved. Mitchell Collins. There's Hamill. And we saw as well the 95 of Vince Vinta involved. Our 4th yellow of the race, and more cars torn up here in the Dr. Pepper 400 Iowa, our 3rd chase race of the season. This was close, hard, 3-wide racing towards the middle part of the field. Vince Vinta middle lane, Marsh Burrow down low. Derek Hamill up top, 3 wide. They squeeze together as Burrow drives hard to the corner, slides up into the side of the 95, puts him in the 32. They've beaten and banged off each other for a little bit. They all 3 get hooked towards the outside wall. And watch this hit right there. Into the wall, and Marsh Burrow climbs the wall up on his side for the 37 car. And I believe that car comes back down all fours without flipping over. But 3 cars heavy damage there. Hamill, Vinta, along with, but Hamill's off the wall, 32 car. That's some hard damage to another one of our chasers. So many chasers have been bent here today. 3 of them already out of the race, and we have about 3 or 4 with damage. We almost saw a flip here as Marshall Burrow up the racetrack, almost up and over. Luckily that car came back down all fours, never did flip upside down. There's Burrow coming off the wall, heavy damage. I'm surprised he was able to drive away from that. Another yellow once again. Trey Rainey beats Matt Gunn in the drag race back to the start-finish line. It's car number 51 leading here in Iowa. He'll lead Matt Gunn and Eli Bright for the restart, which will come with just over 20 laps to go. 1 lap to go green here in Iowa. Trey Rainey, the 51, out in front for another restart here today. We've had 4 cautions so far. Vince Vinta, Marshall Burrow out. Alexander and Matt as well have fallen a lap down. We have 33 cars on the lead lap right now. Chasers at the back include Derek Hamill, Levi Jones, and Anton Charbois. Just had them Samet Oskin, Riley Sampson. And look here, Jake Galloway's there. Danny Lloyd. Jonathan Rains is 15th. And Anthony Hernandez, right now our highest chaser, in the 10th position. Car number 48 looking good for a good point today. Turn around the bad start to the chase he's had. So Trey Rainey leads Matt Gott, Eli Bright, Jeff Bright, and Roman Fenway, the front five, at the restart, our fourth of the day. Gott in stay with Trey. Off to turn number one, Trey Rainey leads Matt Gott in second. Eli Bright, Jeff Bright battle for third, as Jeff looks on Eli. I think Jeff Bright has the want to win this race more than anyone right now inside the top five. I think he's going to be aggressive to try and get to victory lane here today. Now watch for that 9 car. If he can stay in it late in this race, he's got a shot. Trey Rainey, Matt Gott in first and second. They're clear. Jeff Bright clears to get to third over son Eli, who tries to drive in from Roman Fenway to keep fourth. He does do that now. He's a charge on Jeff for third. But Jeff got a good run off the corner. Eli got tight. The arrow pushed there. Fenway inside the 13. Here comes Roman Fenway. Jeff Bright for a second on Matt Gott, who goes up the racetrack. Trey Rainey's well up the racetrack. A four-way battle for the lead off turn 2. Look at Fenway, look at Jeff. Who's going to be able to get to the lead? Jeff clears Roman Fenway to get down front. Now Trey Rainey, the 51, outside lane. Jeff right inside lane. Rainey led the lap. Jeff has the inside lane. Jeff Bright will grab the lead off turn 2 to lead in Iowa. Trey Rainey, the 51, back to second, but looks for the crossover in turn 3. Jeff Slip trying to take that line away, but Trey had to his back bumper there. Think he got tight though, had to lift. Jeff leads with 20 to go. Roman Fenway, the 13, emerges in third. Eli Bright to fourth. How about Derek Bouchard in fifth? Can he win? He's another veteran of the Gatorade Cup Series. Caution for the 5th time is out. Down the front stretch, we've had a pile-up. Griffin Lynn, Wells have damage to Matt Oskin. Jake Gower, the 11. And now these leaders have to be careful racing back. Trey Rainey gonna take it. Oh, Jeff Bright clipped by Roman Fenway. Into the cars they go. I believe they all get by. Mitchell Collins and Eli Bright made contact. That's 4th place for Eli Bright with damage. And one of his best races of the season thus far. And he's involved right here under yellow. And he will be done for the day. With Oliver Gower, the 6 also got some damage in that. I'll have to look and see who all got damage. Looks like a massive pileup happened midfield. Involved many of our chasers. Danny Lloyd, a lot of cars damaged because of this massive pileup. Here, caution number 5 out here in Iowa. And massive it was. This was just outside of the top 10. As it's William Bowen the 3, down low on John Thornton's the 4, who goes up the racetrack. And right here, John Threefer trying to shoot the middle in between the 4 and the 72. Slides up a little too wide. Into the 4, down into Alex Fletcher and Cole Luigi. Up to the 4 again, reins in the wall. Fletcher spins around. Luigi gasses away. Max Harrison then hit by Alex as the 4 sideways. Reigns gets hit again. Riley Sampson emerges, but there's Nathan Orman, Danny Lloyd, Luke Rain, Alexi, Adam McDowell. There's Mathis Wells, Colton Young, Griffin Lynn, Samet Oskin, Jake Galloway, Fletcher. A lot of cars involved here. Anton Charlbach comes in. He gets hit again. That's a lot more chasers with the damage. We've had so many chasers torn up here today, it's hard to keep track of. We already have a few chasers out. We have a lot towards the back with damage. Now we're going to have more towards the back with damage, possibly more out as well. Hernandez and Sampson might get the best point saves out of this. It could be Riley Sampson taking over the point save at the end of this day because John Thornes has issues right here in this crash. It looks like before this crash, John Thornes was going to be the one to take over the points, but now it's like Riley Sampson is in a good position. Gained a lot of spots there, gained some points. The 15 is in a good position to take that points lead here at the end of chase race number 3. You can see all the cars just kind of sliding in there, nowhere to go. Some cars are far enough back that they're able to just get stopped and slowed down in time. And then what happened to Eli Bright and some of those others? I believe Oliver Galloway had contact. As they raced back around, I said this was going to be a dangerous spot. Jeff Bright lets it go right there. He let off the gas to get Trey Rainey back in front so that he could slow down time. But for Eli Bright, he's on the outside, just runs right into the back of the 14. 48-6-34 right there, all kind of get together in their chain reaction. William Bowen hits the 14. That's why the 6 had his damage. The 48 will have some damage along with the 34, and Eli Bright will be done for the day here in Iowa. But the race back to the line was won by the 51 of Trey Rainey. He won 2 races ago in Richmond, looking for his second in last 3 races. Trey Rainey leads the Dr. Pepper 400 late in the going. We will come back from our 5th caution of the day to restart with 15 laps of racing to go in the Dr. Pepper 400. Trey Rainey leading in the 51 car, and more retirees from that crash include Griffin Lynn, Mathis Wells, Chaser Danny Lloyd, and Eli Bright, the 88. Alexander 31st, a lap down. Derek Hamill is 30th, that's a chaser. Levi Schoen's a chaser, is 24th. And you look up here into Charlbach, 22nd. So really, these drivers not really having bad days. The question is, how many points will they gain after today? Trey Rainey, 51, leads the race. Jeff Bright, the 9th, by him in 2nd. That's 2 veterans of the Gatorade Cup Series. Roman Fenway in 3rd. Derek Bouchard, veteran, in 4th. And Matt Gott in 5th. How about Jay Jefferson, the veteran, 6th. Sebastian Kukulon, Trey Wright, Anthony Nez, and William Bull in the front 10. Look at Trey Rainey pulled away from Jeff Bright in the restart right there. Could be good for that 51. Jeff goes a little wide right there as they come off turn 2. Fenway looks low for 2nd. I think that 9, he has the speed to do it. He just has to be calm. He knows how to win in the Gatorade Cup Series. It's been a while, though. Jeff Bright, Roman Fenway battle for 2nd as Trey Ray tries to pull away in the 51. Now the 13 inside lane. He slid up there. Look at Matt Godin taking advantage. 3 wide for the 41. Gets backed out of that. Here comes Jay Jefferson, 78 car. He's emerged into the party. Sebastian Kukulon, Trey Wright, they're trying to get up here as well. Trey Rainey leads, 13 to go for the driver of the 51. And I believe if he wins here today, it would tie his brother Luke in the Joe Rutt League wins. How special would it be if he could do that here today? Back there, William Bowen blocked Anthony Nez, put that 48 back a few positions. I don't know if there's any points back there, though, for the 48 to be lost. I believe he's the highest chaser, and really his next points are nowhere near him. Riley Sampson, the next one, I believe. Jefferson inside for 3rd with 12 to go. Trey Rainey loves what he's seeing. They're bound for 2nd behind and allows him to try and pull away from the field. But he swings wide. Up the racetrack for Trey Rainey. Jay Jefferson inside the 78, taking hard to turn 3. Jeff Bright to the side of the 41, trying to gain that spot back for 4th. Jay Jefferson trying to clear Roman Fenway, the 13 car. Jefferson to 2nd with 11 to go. Has the 51 in his sights. At the front of the field, that's 3 veterans. Trey Rainey, Jay Jefferson, Jeff Bright. With Derek Bouchard emerging, the 20 coming to the front as well, another veteran. Jeff Bright, the 9, inside Jay Jefferson, the 78, that's the battle for 2nd. Coming to 10 to go, Trey Rainey just wants them to keep out for 2nd. It's allowing him to lead and pull away. 10 to go in Iowa. No real chaser up at the front here. This is a non-chaser battle. These drivers know that wins only matter. No points, yellow for the 6th time. Who will lead them back to restart here with under 10 to go? Trey Rainey trying to beat Jeff Bright back to 9, trying to get to the inside. It's gonna be at the start-finish line, a dead heat. Trey Rainey back in front of Jeff Bright. Alex Fletcher involved in this one. Matt Oskin possibly as well. Adam McDowell torn up. And that is our 6th yellow of the race. And we'll now have a restart with under 10 to go in Iowa, led by Trey Rainey. Fletcher involved, McDowell, maybe Matt Oskin. Our 6th yellow of the day. Let's see what happened. Alex Fletcher, the non-chaser, Matt Oskin, the chaser, battling for, I believe, it is 17th position. Oskin, Fletcher, side by side. Fletcher trying to into the side of the 47, and it's going to send them both into the outside wall right here. 47 will impact it with the 72. They spin around. Caution flag comes out. Reigns gets on the brakes and gets low to get by. 72 then spinning around off the wall. He'll come, and Adam McDowell, 22, will hit that 72 hard. And right there, another chaser with damage. Some more cars that will be out of the race. And now a late race restart with many drivers just wanting wins at this point in the season. It is Trey Rainey with the race lead in the 51 car, and Jeff Bright just behind him in the 9 in the 2nd position. This is going to be an interesting restart. And do we get our 7th yellow of the race instead? Maybe another restart, or does that end the race under yellow? So many different possibilities that can come here on this restart. It's Trey Rainey, the 51, with the race lead over Jeff Bright, the 9. Derek Bouchard, I believe, is 3rd. And who is 4th? I believe it may be the one of Sebastian Kukulon. So a restart with just about 5 to go, and the Dr. Pepper 400. Can Trey Rainey hold on? Can Jeff Bright, someone else, get up there and win the race? We'll restart with 5 to go. That means any more yellow flags that occur in this race would end the race early. So if we get our 7th yellow, it would end the race under the yellow flag. Out from that, Adam McDowell and Alex Fletcher. 29 cars on the racetrack, 28 are on the lead lap to try and settle this thing. As it's Trey Rainey, the 51, leading the race. He has 5 laps to hold off. Jeff Bright, the 9, behind him in 2nd. Derek Bouchard in 3rd. Sebastian Kukulon 4th. Jay Jefferson 5th. Matt Godin, Roman Fenway, Trey Wright, Cole Luigi, William Bolton inside the top 10 to try and steal one. Green flag back in the air. 5 to go for Trey Rainey. Jeff Bright did not let that 51 beat him like he did last time. He stays relatively with that 51. He uses a lower lane off the corner. Stays with Trey Rainey down the backstretch. It's been a long time for Jeff Bright. Can he break the winless streak here today? Through 3 and 4. He stays with Trey. To 4 to go right here. Trey Rainey leads. Jeff Bright 2nd. Derek Bouchard 3rd. Sebastian Kukulon 4th. They're in line. Trey Raines doing a great job just holding those drivers off. The 9 tight there in dirty air. Had to lift, lost some ground down the back. And now Derek Bouchard attacked for second, allowed Trey Raines to try and pull away. Here's Bouchard peeking for second. Jeff Bright trying to fend him off to have a run at the 51 with 3 to go. It's all Trey Raines at the front, but the 9, Jeff Bright, digging hard to turn 1. He's there on the 51. Derek Bouchard looks 3 wide. That's 3 wide for the lead down the backstretch. Jeff Bright emerges clear. Trey Raines outside lane. That's side by side coming to 2 to go. Give the advantage to Jeff Bright, but the 51 fighting back on the top side. 9 leads left. Bouchard 3 wide for the lead. This with 2 to go. Jeff Bright, middle lane. Bouchard, bottom lane. Side by side. Bouchard, try and keep it down there. Slides up the racetrack. Jeff Bright, the 9. They're side by side. Come to the white flag. 3 wide for third. Bouchard leads. Derek Bouchard's the lead at the white flag. Can anyone get there and challenge him? He slides up the racetrack. Jay Jefferson, the 78. Here he comes, bottom lane. Side by side for the win. Jay Jefferson, Derek Bouchard, they're side by side. Through 3 and 4. 78 swings wide. Kugel on the 1 inside. Bouchard swings sideways. Jefferson wins. They wreck at the start-finish line. A pile-up. Cole Luigi, Matt Gunn, Derek Bouchard, Anderson, Anthony Charbois at the end. Anthony Hernandez, Luke Rainey, Colton Yo, shows up off the ground. They have stacked them up past the start-finish line. That's the finish I think everyone wanted to see. Side by side to the checker flag. Wrecking behind. Jay Jefferson beats Sebastian Kukulon back by about a nose. Jefferson wins over Kukulon. The margin of victory for the 78. Just about a quarter of a tenth for Jay Jefferson as he wins here today in Iowa. But what happened behind to Bouchard and the others as they come wrecking across the start-finish line? As they go through 3 and 4, now to Jeff Bright, hard on the gas, gets into the 20. Bouchard spins him down to Matt Gunn. They all wreck, come to the start-finish line. 20 into the 13, they all cross. Luigi into the 20, there's Hernandez hitting the 41. Cars come in. Max Anderson, Anthony Charbois hit. Hernandez gets hit hard by Luke Rainey, Colton Yo, Al Lagasse. It ends the race with a crash at the start-finish line. Right there, look at these 2 chasers. They have to keep their foot in it because even though there's a crash, you have to keep your foot in it for every point you can get. What a crazy finish. Crash after the checkered flag. Crashes all race. And it's Jay Jefferson winning the Dr. Pepper 400 in Iowa over Sebastian Kukulon. Let's go see the finish results and the chase standings after chase race number 3. Here are the finishing results from the wild chase race number 3, the Dr. Pepper 400 at the Iowa Speedway. We had 7 caution flags during the race. Remember, the one, though, happened after the checkered flag came out. 24 laps for those, and 17 lead changes among 12 different drivers. It's Jay Jefferson reigning supreme here in Iowa. Led only 1 lap, the most important one, to get to victory lane, and a side-by-side run with Sebastian Kukulon to the checkered flag. Kukulon's up second. Jeff Bright third. Matt Gunn across the start-finish line, wrecking in 4th. Trey Wright in 5th. Derek Bouchard, another one that wrecked across the line, 6th. Trey Rainey had one of the dominant cars of the day, almost led half the race. He ends up 27 laps led in the 7th position. Roman Foman, the other dominant car, 14 laps led for him in 8th. William Bullen-Ballas to 9th, and Nathan Ormond up to 10th after starting 42nd. Not too bad for the 24 here today. As we look at the top 20, Riley Sampson was our highest starting chaser, ironically with a 13th place finish. He's also the highest finishing chaser. Chasers had a pretty bad day here today. No chasers inside the top 12. Riley Sampson the highest in 13th. Jake Galway the second highest. He merged down nowhere with some rear end damage. He ends up 15th, the second highest chaser. Hernandez 16th was the third highest. Samet Oskin the 4th highest. Jonathan Raines the 5th highest. So we had a lot of them 13th on down to 19th. There were 5 chasers right there. As we looked at Anthony Charbois, the next highest, even though he had some pretty heavy damage, he kept his foot in the gas, got to the finish line. Derek Hamill 24th, Levi Jones 27th, and looked at all the other chasers out of the race. Danny Lloyd was out. Carter Friesen a bad points day for our points leader. Carter Joey and Wyatt Walker as well were out of the race for Carter Joey. That is his 3rd straight chase race where he's finished the 11th highest. It's been a horrible start to the chase so far for the 17. At the right side, we see the points standings. Our new points leader is Riley Sampson. With 30 points, he takes over the points lead by 3 over Carter Friesen, who is second. He's 4 ahead of Jonathan Raines, 5 ahead of Levi Jones, 6 ahead of Jake Galway, 7 ahead of Samet Oskin. So those drivers are pretty close together right now. Anthony Ness has 11 points back with the 48 car. And you look at some others. Danny Lloyd had a bad start. He hasn't broken double digits yet. He only has 9 points. Carter Joey only 6 points. Anthony Charbois, Derek Hamill right now tied with 16. So drivers like, Sampson, Carter Friesen, Jonathan Rains, Levi Shones, Jake Galloway, so Matt Oskin, that's 6 of our chasers. They're all really close together right now. Those 6 are in a span right now of 7 points within one another. So it's pretty close right now at the front of the chase field. After, the top 2 points had some pretty bad days. Levi Shones got 5 points. Carter Friesen got 3 points. It allowed everyone to kind of close back in. And now we have another race right now. But only 3 races in a 12-race chase. But chase race number 4 could determine a lot. It's going to be a wild, it's going to be an unpredictable race as we go super speedway racing in Pensacola, the Can-Am 500. I will see you guys then.